Sounds good. So Norton Valley starters are going to be the usual suspects that we're used to seeing right now. Number 25, Brody Preston. Number 22, Jason Cox. Number 34, that's Aaron Hendrickson. Number 35, the man who just won the jump there is Mr. Gabe Rudd. And number 33, the smooth shooting big man, Drew Skimper.
For the Cougars, Harley McPherson's a freshman. Matthew Hendricks is a sophomore. Dawson Rhodes is a sophomore. Jordan Smull is a sophomore. And Victor Hernandez is a sophomore as well. We hope we got those names right. We got to sit down with Coach Ketzner over there and Coach Bussey and take a look at their lineups here tonight, and they had a whole bunch of numbers that we had to correct. So we hope we got them all right in your books for you.
Yeah, they've had, well, I don't know if they switch jerseys or not either, but if they do, I think sometimes they can double up on numbers that way. A couple people who are injured or just not playing anymore. So late in the season, you know, you kind of have to do that sometimes. You kind of have to piece together a squad. Gabe Rudd goes up, gets 2 points there.
And Northern Valley starts hot as they score on both of their opening possessions. And they're going to be, of course, in that man-to-man defense. As you might know, you might not know, these two teams, boys, were not planning on playing basketball together this year. But due to some unfortunate circumstances, the numbers fell to the point where Cheylin and St. Francis boys decided that they would be better off this year play together.
Yeah.
So they've got a full roster down there, quite a few kids on the bench. Looks like at least 7 kids that they all are going to see action here as Hernandez drives to the middle, and he is fouled.
Yeah, and Coach Kitzner down there says, you know, one thing they like to do is they like to play everyone. They love to use that depth of the bench and get everyone out there and kind of use a pretty heavy rotation and keep the legs fresh on these guys.
So a deep three here is no good for McPherson, and Cox clears the rebound. He'll bring it across, go into the corner to Hendrickson, quickly inside to Skimper. He'll go up with his left hand, and he's fouled by Hernandez and or McPherson. We're going to give it to McPherson. It'll be his first, team first. Skimper to the line to shoot 2.
Clint, you ready for your trivia question?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
All right. So now we're playing a blue team. You know where this is going.
Well, it better not, because there's way too many of them.
What blue teams are there in Kansas, Clint?
No, not going to go there.
No,
Not going to go there. In case you missed it, we said, there was 2 green teams on the floor with the Indians, St. Francis ladies using their uniforms, and we said, well, how many green teams are out there?
That we could think of course.
And unless Mr. Springer happens to be watching us.
He's about one of the only people I can think of that might know that answer. And I still don't think we have the time, as Smoll drops one in from downtown in the corner right there. Gets the Cougars on the board, and we've got a foul. It's going to go against Harley McPherson here as well.
But you're right. I'm thinking James L. Springer would be the absolute perfect person to ask that trivia question to.
No, excuse me. That goes against Matthew Hendricks.
We're not doing a very good job here so far tonight of predicting these fouls. But Woodside and Sides are going to tell us who would put it in the books. They get it inside to Rudd. He elevates but couldn't make the basket. And Hernandez catches Skimper with an elbow. As he brings it quickly across, we'll find teammates Rose, and now over to Smull. His pull-up jumper in the middle of the lane is going to go down for Jordan. Is that his second bucket?
That's his second bucket. He is responsible for all 5 points on the board for Cheylin St. Francis right now.
All knotted up at 5 until Brody just dropped a 3 on top of us.
If you leave Preston that much room where he can use that smooth shot and take his time a little bit, man, he is lethal from outside.
Swatted there. Hernandez will dribble with the right hand. Crossover between the legs, and now he'll go strong with the left hand, and Skimper got him. Skimper to Rudd. Rudd's going to go all the way to the rim, float it up and in.
He was at the rim with his hand, man. He could dunk that.
Man, that guy, if you've watched after a game, he is determined to work his butt off until those layups right there turn into dunks.
well, Mr. Rudd only a sophomore. It's nice to see him putting in that work now because we might see a couple pretty wild dunks, and nothing brings momentum and life to a team like slamming it home. I can never do that, but I also can never jump like Gabe Rudd can.
Preston with a steal. He's going to run. Oh, track it down somehow. Have it blocked so he can regain it and score it. His 5th point in this first quarter. But I have seen something we are going to need to talk to Mr. Gabe Rudd about.
What's that?
No headband.
It's true. Last couple of games he's used a headband, but maybe he felt like that was holding him back.
As well as maintain a consistent, high level of customer service. Their rural location gives them access to a workforce with a very strong work ethic and a true understanding of what the word quality means. Supporting today's broadcast is New Age Industrial.
So shot went up from Jason Cox, was too long. Hendrickson fighting with a Cougar there is going to get called for the foul. It'll be Cheylin's ball.
I've quickly been already this is the beauty of technology these days, is Northern Valley is going to be fouled here with Brody Preston will commit it. We were talking about those green teams, and I misspoke. It wasn't Bazine who was green. They were red. It was Utica that was green. I was thinking the same thing.
Honestly,
but it was definitely
mistake.
Definitely a bad. I should really watch what I'm saying.
Did whoever texted you, did they give you a total on the green teams in the state? I want to know.
No. I mean, I'm telling you, there's only a few people that can come up with that, and I don't know if they're listening to the broadcast. Saved here is they'll get it to Small. He's been the offense so far here tonight for the Cougars. And a steal by Rudd. He's out in the middle. We're talking about a dunk. Will he try it again? He'll lay it up and in this time.
McPherson. And so he heard some footsteps there, had to slow it down, but Rudd using that jumping ability to rise above.
All the way to the rim is an easy
nice
shot
there
by McPherson. Northern Valley did a poor job of switching on that over the high ball screen. Hendrickson now on the wing to Preston. He'll penetrate the middle of that zone, flip it over to Rudd. Nobody picked him up, and he'll score.
Feed that man.
Gabriel Rudd with 6 here in this one.
Having himself a good first quarter, and something that I like to see is it's not that he's been playing bad as of late, and I don't want to sound like I'm criticizing him, but it seems like he's been maybe just a little bit off compared to the caliber of play we were seeing from him early in the season from JV, and this is a little bit more the pace that we were kind of getting used to seeing Mr. Gabe Rudd.
So 3-pointers up there by Rose and by McPherson, but both of them end up short. Huskies got this one. Oh, and a steal here by McPherson. 2-on-1 opportunity. Rose and McPherson against Brody Preston, and McPherson will score the bucket right through Brody Preston. Good take. Cox in the corner. Quickly inside to Rudd. He'll turn over that left shoulder, put it up, and score the hoop. Gabe Rudd.
There you go.
Go to the line to see if he can make all 3 of these, young man. As he turns, goes through the contact, and he will score. Foul will go against number 25. Excuse me, maybe not. Kenton, you got to be faster on the uptake, man.
Number 15.
Dawson Rose.
I love the aggressiveness there by Rudd as he turned around and he had 3 blue jerseys in his face. I thought he was going to have to kick it out personally, but he just used that athletic ability that we've been talking about and going above the defenders and getting to the line for a classic 3-point play.
About the 3rd or 4th steal here by Rudd in this one, and he's
Deja
going to
vu.
lay it again. No backboard needed when you're talking Mr. Gabe Rudd. And with 1:30 to go, he's already got 11 points in the books here tonight for the Huskies in this first quarter. McPherson go to the rim, and he was hit by 2 different Huskies.
Could have called it either time.
The first pinball will go against Skimper. The second one would go against Rudd. They'll
It's
give it to
gonna
the
go.
first one, Skimper.
Yep. And rightfully so. That's the one that really knocked him off of his feet. It made him start to stumble to the ground. Small to inbound. Trying to go over the long arms of Rudd. Does. Finds Victor
Hernandez. Hernandez, probably the tallest kid on the Cheylin's court, but he does an excellent job of handling the ball. We'll get it to McPherson. Now Small. And back to McPherson. His 3-pointer's up and no good. There's the first time we're going to mention Aaron Hendrickson with a nice rebound. Good hesitation dribble, and a shot is just short, but Gabe Rudd, but he'll miss.
I haven't seen him miss too many of those inside in this game.
I love how Coach Bussey, Ketzmeyer, and Waters really do a good job of getting those kids. When they get a defensive rebound, man, their elbows go out and they make space for themselves.
They do, and they do have a good job of getting those outlets down the sidelines too, and trying to get numbers down there. They just haven't had as many opportunities to do that as they would like so far in this one.
Lob inside to McPherson, but it's stolen by Preston, and he'll push with 36 seconds to go in this first quarter. He'll go all the way to the rim, float it up and in.
Good move by Preston, splitting the defenders right there. Thought he was going to get a quick steal there too. Number 3 is Jackson Boyson.
If you have not came and watched the junior varsity boys from Northern Valley, this is what we see most every game. The last two, they've been a little slacking on the offensive side, but this is their normal pace.
The last two, they start at a white-hot pace like this, and then they kind of slow down, and I think they just want to make it interesting perhaps and make it a close game is what it feels like. This foul is going to go also against Drew Skimper, his second.
McPherson will go to the line. His free throw is no good. The first missed free throw tonight by a Cheylin St. Francis player, as the girls were perfect from the line in their junior varsity game. Second one is good, though, for McPherson. Preston in the corner for Cox. They'll swing it back around to Hendrickson. He's open, but doesn't even look at it.
Yeah.
And Preston will fire the top of the key three just on the left side of it. It'll be out of bounds.
To let them show you why equity means more.
They stand at the kitchen sink and fill their cups with hot coffee. In another 2 hours, the sun will dawn over the farm. As they sip the hot liquid, they listen to the farm report, wondering.
Oh, we've got fans everywhere that let us know as we're into this second quarter of action here. Get my mic just a little bit closer. That's the good thing about it. Maybe I should hand out your cell phone number in case anybody wants to correct us throughout the night here tonight.
I like when people text you.
Oh, well, they just don't have your number, right?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Skimper will go baseline here, goes through contact and scores right through Hernandez.
I don't have a phone. You got to catch me on Morse code, right?
Maybe, something like that.
Boyson to, that's over to number 15, Rose, into number 4
into
that's
the game.
Chris Silva.
Yep.
Coming
So
into
set
the game
that
for the
lineup
first
with
time.
Silva, Boyson, Rose, McPherson,
and Hernandez.
Jesus Cazilda. I can't remember how we were supposed to say that.
Where's he?
He's number 13 out there, right?
They don't have a number 13 out there.
They don't have a number 13,
It's Hernandez,
but they
35.
do have another 11. And Harley McPherson dropped in a three-pointer.
But when number 13 plays, it's Jesus Quezada.
Quezada, that's
But
how
he's not out there.
I can't wait to say Quezada.
Quezada for 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will let it rip as Skimper scores another one.
So there, if you're listening, Jesus,
Be ready to shoot,
shoot a couple of trays so you can get the
Hernandez touches nothing but nylon with that three in the deep in the corner. And a little bit of a run here is going to make us a game again, as Northern Valley's only up 11 here. Inside to Rudd on the baseline. Hesitation, now flips it inside to Drew Skimper and scores. They do a great job of interior passing, and they did it again right there, made for an easy one.
Yeah, well, they use their size to their advantage there. An interior pass back and forth to each other over the defense most of the time.
This is Rose. His elbow jumper's just short. Hendrickson to track down the rebound. Caden Lowry into the game also for Northern Valley now, as Brody Preston's on the bench, and a steal out in front of everybody. And it'll be up and in and score the bucket for Harley. Hit the replay button. It's Worthy as he stepped into the passing lane, stole the ball, went through Cox's contact, scored it, and he'll go to the line to see if he can put in his bonus free throw to draw this to a 10-point game, first against Cox here tonight, 6th against the Huskies. And a lazy pass there by Scamper is pulled out of there by Hernandez. Hands it off to Rose. Back to Hernandez. He'll go over the high ball screen and all the way to the rim. He'll float it up with the right hand. Just couldn't get it to go.
I like that, though. Take it at the defense, the teeth of the defense right there. Use that athleticism. Skimper fires one away. Is short on this. It's going to get
Silva.
brought back down by Chris Silva. Hernandez lets his team set up. Boyson to Rose.
Well, do you have another 3 in your book? Because I don't even have another 3.
Jackson Boyson was number
There's Jackson Boyson.
3. Yep. They had him in our thing as number 23, but they said they switched his number to 3. Number 3 switched to 13. So
It's funny why I thought maybe you had one and I didn't. I mean,
no,
we picked him up at the door, same like everybody else.
Yeah, same printer.
Good pass in here as Boyson. His shot's no good. Hendrickson's got the
Don't want to
defensive
stay
rebound.
around too long there, as those Cheylin Cougars will strip it away from you.
Jesus is checking into the game here. Skimper are now out to the top of the key at Cox. Thought about firing a 3. Skimper won't think long before he takes a shot at it. Offensive rebound, Gabe Rudd, and he'll score again. Here's Hernandez. Got to stop ball as he finds Boyson open on the wing for a 3-pointer. No good. Offensive rebound. And now a take all the way to the hole is McPherson. And we've got a blocking foul against Hendrickson. Hendrickson will pick up the foul, and to the line goes McPherson once again.
Yeah, and I think that's the right call there. Is Hendrickson was trying to slide into position there, just didn't get there quite in time. First shot from McPherson, no good, off the front of the rim. So into the game for Cheylin is number 5. There's going to be,
It's a Pugh. It's not McCarty, but
Aston McAtee is what it is.
how did you come up? There it is. It's Ashton McAtee.
Yeah, because of the coaches. And then Jesus Quezada came into the game as well. So
Quezada's in. Let's see if he can get one to fly as McPherson buries both free throws. Nope, 1 of 2.
Yeah.
He made the last one. I have my head down
Yeah, he made the last
looking for Quezada's
There you
name. Off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, Skimper up and in, score it.
Yeah, you don't have to put your head down to know who number 33 is, as he's making an impact in this game. They're trying to figure out who the foul's on.
Foul will go against number 34. No, it won't.
There's not a 34. So who? Number
11. McPherson picked up his second foul. It's only the 4th against the Cougars.
So Skimper
Skipper
blocked
with
that
a
one and
great
then got
defensive
it.
play.
Then he's going to get fouled there by Hernandez, who tried to rip it out of his hands after he gathered in that block.
No foul against Hernandez. He was just on the line when he went to
stepped on
grab the
line.
ball
All right,
from Skimper.
I see.
You know what Northern Valley's doing an excellent job of here tonight is not turning the ball over. Skimper was fouled here again. He'll go back to the line. Could get 1 of 2. Who's he going to get? He's going to get 35.
That's going to go against Hernandez this
Hernandez. Skimper to the line for 2.
Just Hernandez's first foul of the game. Team 5th. Kyle Spear
Into the game, Kyle Spear.
with the green shoes.
Love him.
the shoes. Making sure coach is making sure he picks up the man that Jason Cox had on defense. Communication is key on those.
into the corner. Hernandez has already made one from there. This one comes up short, but he tracks down his own offensive rebound.
He lost the headband there. Had to have been a second ago, as he's had one on most of the game.
And he took it off, threw it into the bench after he got his shot blocked on that last trip by Skimper. Drew looking to take on the entire defense there by the Cougars.
And the defense won.
And it'll stay with the Huskies.
I think Hernandez was the one that rose up and got that shot blocked. This is going to be Jesus Duran into the game, number 2. Rose will sit.
So Duran now into the game. He is a sophomore.
Lowry takes it to the wing, runs out of real estate, has to give the ball to Hendrickson. Hendrickson's pass deflected there by Quezada, but it'll stay with the Huskies.
Good play there by Glenda Smith to procure that one before it got any higher into the stands. The old assistant basketball coach for the ladies. Did you know that? Back in the day, Mrs. Smith, not only a kindergarten teacher,
First grade teacher.
first and kindergarten if you want to go back far enough.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that one. See, you would have stumped me with that trivia.
And she's got a state title under her belt.
I did know that.
As Skimper scores again in the interior on a nice little floater.
I also know those ladies are very proud of their old cheerleading squad. Occasionally you get blessed with them dressing back up and coming back out during some of those pep rallies and stuff, and I always thought that was pretty fun.
What did they call themselves? I forget.
I don't know.
I'll think of it later. It's another steal by Hernandez, but somehow Gabe Rudd got it back.
It wasn't the Nickies. That's the dance team.
Nope,
right?
nope. The has-beens, I think, as Hernandez thought he had an open steal. Now the ball is 10-second violation will go against the Huskies.
Cheylin showing good hustle, sticking with that one, making things hard for Northern Valley there.
It was the work of Hernandez mostly and it was a lot of a solo effort to get that turnover. Duran now kick it over to McAtee. His shot no good. Northern Valley's Hendrickson to hand it off to Skimper. They'll go back around. Skimper from the baseline, no good. Caden Lowry fighting for an offensive rebound, but coming out of there was number 2. As I look down, I don't see a number 2. There it is, Duran.
Yep.
Good take, but another block inside by Drew Skimper.
Well, something that's important to note is Skimper has been quite the enforcer next to the rim right now, but I imagine that this is going to be his last quarter of play, as we've got a full game of JV boys tonight, and they're probably going to save him with those last 4 quarters as
McAtee give him 3.
McAtee for 3-a-tee?
McAtee for 3-a-tee, buries it, and that's a big shot here in this game.
That was a big shot.
Lowry's long jump shot, no good. Gabe Rudd cleans up an offensive rebound but leaves it short.
McAtee with the board.
McAtee with 8, now 6 to go. Will he get one off, or does he realize it? Hernandez does. Logo 3,
Oh,
just
I thought he
short.
was going to get it.
I thought Rudd was going to goaltend it. As we're ready for the second half to begin here in the boys junior varsity matchup, Northern Valley's got a 38-22 lead, but that is not the most important thing that we found out at the half. If you're just joining us, we have baby update.
Breaking news.
That there is no baby update. So sorry about that. As we might have assumed that.
Well, that was kind of just lost in translation. I think that what we were told is she's not coaching right now because she is going to have a baby soon. This is Coach Cheylin Zweigert, the ladies coach over there for Cheylin St. Francis, but
But we didn't
wanted,
hear the
she
soon
wanted. She
part.
wanted to inform us that she is not going into labor right now. So
So
if you're
she's-
listening to us at home, don't send her a bunch of texts. We apologize.
You
But
know,
it is pretty funny.
she must be enjoying us here at Open Spaces Sports. What a move, by McPherson. We got to replay that one. We'll come back to Baby Watch here in a little bit. But McPherson with a spin around dipsy-do and
Preston
scores
with a
the
nice
2.
with a little bucket off the glass there.
But, yeah, not having the baby currently, and we wish her well.
Soon, very soon, but not today.
Not
right
well,
now.
not right now. We don't want to misspeak again, but not right now.
Yes.
So enjoy your
So if this teaches you
time
anything,
away.
take literally everything we say with the smallest grain of salt.
but enjoy it, man, because it's a fun
Yeah,
grain of
we're-
salt.
We're here for entertainment. We're not here for as
Spewing
much
facts.
information. Yeah.
As Cox's 3 is no good, Preston's to track it down. He'll pull up a 3 of his own.
Drop it in the
Supply
basket.
by Brody Preston. Had 9 in that first half. Has quickly got a 3 here into this third quarter.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about Gabe Rudd and Drew Skimper in this game, but Preston quietly having quite a game, actually. Didn't play that second quarter as they're going to save him as well for some of those varsity minutes, but here he is in the third. This is going to be Gabe Rudd picking up his.
Yeah, he picked up that. And that here's a newbie in here for the Cougars.
That's
30.
Number, yeah, let's see who number 30.
Man, that's a stretch because I ain't
we
got
don't
it.
have a number 30.
Hey, Rochelle.
Gatzmeyer.
Jeremy
So we have
Gatzmeyer.
him there as number 55, but I'm glad that we've got the bookkeepers are on top of things more than we are down there. So Jason Gatzmeyer, number 30. I'm going to write that down.
So McPherson, Gatzmeyer, Schmoll, Hendricks,
Cox's shot too long, gets boarded
and
by
Rose.
Small.
There's your starters here in the second half, or the current players here on the floor here for the Cougars.
McPherson over to number 12. That's
Hendricks,
Hendricks.
and now to Rose. Back in the corner, Small's already got a 1-3 bomb in the books. Make
He's
it 2.
got a smooth shot, man. I enjoyed that. I like this angle. We're down at this courtside view instead of in the bird's nest. So, maybe we don't get as much of the court from above, but, man, I like being down here and feeling close to the action as Preston hits a 3 of his own to answer Smalls.
Tonight we got a seat upgrade, so
Had to pay more for these.
yeah, we'll have to bill old Rich Epp, see what he says on the expense account. As Northern Valley's going to pick up this foul, it's Jonah Black. He'll pick up his first, team second of the second half.
If that were true, if we had to send the bill to Rich Epp, I bet he would say, you guys are going right back up to the crow's nest.
I ain't paying you for a seat upgrade.
Well, no, but we appreciate you, Clint, being here. As you had to do a little bit of work on that knee, not even just over a week ago, and you've been still doing Open Spaces Sports, and as all of us know, without knee problems, that not all these bleachers are super comfortable. So, man,
Well,
we appreciate you still coming.
I wouldn't miss this for the world as Rose knocks a free throw in there. And Northern Valley back out of here on this offensive side, but Preston turned
Small
it over, and
takes it away.
Small took it from him.
Got rid of it right before he dragged that pivot foot, so it'll stay alive and stay with the Cougars.
Northern Valley in that man-to-man defense like they normally are.
This is Gatzmeyer setting the on-ball screen for Small, but he passes it down to Rose, who would have been a good play.
Great
He could
defense.
have controlled the pass.
Now Lowry playing some good defense there against Rose. Now Small in the corner, should have just let her go.
Thought he was going to fire away. He's going to stay here with Cheylin.
He'll try and get a better shot.
This is Quezada back into the game.
Quezada. He's going to be an all-league name here for.
Name?
Depending on
Small.
they're not in our league anymore, so it's going to be an all-state last name, Quezada.
Well, what? They're in our league.
Well, Cheylin is, but St. Francis isn't. So
This counts.
I don't know. They weren't.
You got to count it. You got to count it.
They weren't in our league tournament. It's a great take by McPherson again.
Cheylin wasn't in it?
No, they were not. Were they?
I
Don't think so.
don't know.
Nope, don't think so. I think they're playing St. Francis's schedule with a few alternatives.
Grubb just rises up and snatches the ball away from everybody. Can't get the second effort to go. Didn't.
Quezada had the rebound. He'll go over to Rose. And
Rudd kind of felt like he got bumped a little bit, but I like the no call in there.
Gatzmeyer over to McPherson, who's had the hot hand, was going to go against a tough defender in Brody Preston. And Brody's working him hard, and he will get the steal.
It's going to go off Rose last. Good hustle there by Brody Preston. You know the best part about this also?
What?
We're going to get close to the sock watch.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, there's got to be criteria in the sock watch. We'll see if we'll get there.
I'm not saying we're doing it now. I'm just saying something to look forward to.
It's a possibility.
Some exciting
Chris Silva's going to check into the game. Small's going to sit.
advantages from our new viewpoint.
And look at all the people in the crowd we get a look at that normally we don't.
That's true.
They're all directly
All the
underneath
people
of us.
that we're like, well, at least we don't have to be online and we're safe sitting on the home section side. You're wrong.
You're wrong. All your friends are watching. Pull up, a long jump shot is no good for Rose. Northern Valley gets that rebound, and he'll push here with Brody Preston. Been the offense so far. He kicks it inside to Gabe Rudd. He'll go back outside as he was double teamed. Spin move, drops it for Rudd, but he wasn't ready, and a steal here by McPherson. Without numbers, he'll wait for his Cougar teammates to set it, and Gatzmeyer open in the corner for three. No good. And Brody Preston won't wait for help. This time he'll go all the way to the rim, and about a follow jam by Gabe Rudd. He just needs to go for it.
Just go for it.
Just go for it,
Even if they're not
man.
going to count it, just do it anyway.
Just go for it. Get up there and hang around a little bit.
Yeah, say you were waiting for people to clear out for the safety of yourself and others. See if those rims really break away. The only problem with that, I don't know where Northern Valley has another backboard on standby.
Well, we got 4 of them up here. We got the
That's a good
side
point.
backboard upgrade this year, so
That's a good point. Fire away.
fire away is
We've got 4 opportunities
two
to shack
free
that thing.
throws in by Rose, off the Rose foul. Preston put them in. And a steal by Henriksen. Preston splits the defense, flips it up, rolls it out.
Crowd was holding their breath on that one, seeing what would happen. Preston with the acrobats couldn't quite get it to go. Lucky for him, Rudd is his teammate and there to clean up just about everything.
And he will go back to the line as this foul will go against Getzner.
Been a pretty good free throw shooter this year overall.
Gatzmeyer, excuse me.
As he gets that first one to go down. Kyle Spear comes into the game for the Huskies as Lowry sits. The numero uno. Second shot from Rudd, no good. Needed more parabola. So Rose sets up the offense. Gets the ball over to Gatzmeyer. Back to Rose. Struggling right now to find any open opportunities against this Husky defense. Thought McPherson was going to try to shoot one from the logo. Instead, Preston will pick his pocket, feed Rudd out in front. And 2 easy points in transition for the Huskies.
I feel like we've seen that before. Gabe Rudd out in front of everybody laying it in as McPherson will stop and pop and drop right there. Crossover and drop it in the eye of Brody Preston. Look at him go. These two been going at each other all night, and he says, come guard me because that's nothing but nylon.
Jason Cox off on his first one, but gathers his own rebound. Spear thought about shooting it from the high post, but second-guessed himself and kicks it back out. Preston will not second-guess himself. The shot no good, but once again, Rudd there to clean it up. His shot's no good, though. Gatzmeyer has it.
And with 38 seconds to go here in the third quarter, Cheylin looking for a shot opportunity here as they get it inside to Rose, and he'll go back outside. Now back to Rose in the corner. His shot is up, no good.
He's just been just a little off tonight on that outside shot because he's had some really good looks, and they look like they're about to fall. Just really nice looking shots, but unfortunately not able to connect.
12 now, 10 seconds to go here in this quarter. They'll try and get the ball back to Brody for three. He'll fire and not be able to make it.
But
Gabe
Mr.
Rudd gets a rebound, puts it up, no good for Gabe, and that'll take us to the end of the quarter. Hope Rudd is okay.
Center and Solon Valley Bank in Beloit, member FDIC. These people and countless other local farmers are at harvest season. The literal fruits of their labor are at hand. We know you've done your best, for we've admired local farmers for as long as we can remember. If there's any way we can help, please tell us. We believe in you.
Gabe Rudd's ankle must be fine as he strips and scores, and he'll go to the line for one more. I might as well let, we got a little bit of trivia earlier in the night, so might as well let everybody out there, I'm sure in Cougar and Indian land, I'm sure they're interested in this one. But it'll be an offensive foul here as Hendrickson goes over the top to grab that rebound. The question that I posed to Mr. Aimbaird was who was the leading rusher in Northern Valley career history in 8-man football? Because I don't know, you know, when you throw in some of these 6-man stats, I don't know where that goes because that's just attract me. But not like 8-man wouldn't attract me a lot too. But who is the leading rusher for Northern Valley and all as a career? Cox's three let fly from the top of the key, no good. And they'll kick back to Hendrickson.
To get that ankle must be all right if you can jump like that. Hendrickson gets that one to fall. It's nice to see that fall as it feels like Hendrickson's been a little bit off tonight in his game, not quite as able to say his name as many times as we are used to. Rose tries to clear it out, finds Small in the short corner, but he misses his shot. Yeah, so if I stop talking, it's because I'm trying to brainstorm who that is.
That's all right. Hendrickson is, with that last shot, it's great to see the confidence coming back in him. He was playing with a lot of confidence early in the year. It's a steal here by Rose, but he couldn't make the layup. Maybe some of that confidence is building here late in the season for Hendrickson. So they get it to Lowry on the wing, now back to Cox, to Kyle at the top of the key, goes through his hands, but Hendrickson was unable to save it. So the Cougars will get it back. At the top, there's a shot is going to let fly for McAtee. He's got 1-3 in the game, but this one's no good. Rebound was tracked down by Duran, and now a Small for three, no good. Gabe Rudd with a rebound. Outlet to Cox as he'll push. And he'll get it back at the top of the key now to Lowry. They'll move the ball around the top against this zone, back and forth. Cox will catch and release and leave it just short. Man, you've been quiet. You've been thinking about this. You got a good answer. Sweet move by Hernandez as he went right to the rim through the defense.
No, I don't yet. I've just been letting you talk.
He split the defense and laid it in for two. Hernandez pull-up jump shot by Hendrickson, no good. Offensive rebound, Lowry, and he was fouled. The foul will go against Silva. No, it won't. It'll go against Duran.
Well, like I told you at the break, I'm having a hard time even remembering who all played like a running back position in some of those.
Hendricks back in as well with number 3 is Jackson Boyson back to the floor for the Cougars. Well, I'll give you this. It's kind of cheating. I'll give you his position because it's he played the position of quarterback. Hernandez got his hand on that passing lane, but Northern Valley gets it back. Says the men in stripes. Cox will bark out the signals, assigning the directions of where they're going here. Lowry's got his toes on the line, but let it go. Gabe Rudd's follow was blocked. He got Hernandez, and he's got numbers. If he can take it to him, and he goes trying, it goes right through Cox.
Yeah,
You had a great look at it, Aim. What'd you think?
Well, the camera had a great look at it, but I did not. So we'll see. We'll trust Woodside on that one. I don't know if he was quite set as much as.
Well, I think he was set,
I
but
would've liked.
Hernandez took off from so far back that it really changes it when I get a look at it a second time there on camera. But from real time, I thought it was a charge. Looking back on the camera, it might have been a blocking foul. Doesn't matter. Either way, that's why they call them the tough ones. Is this three is no good for Cox.
And that's why we just talk and we don't have to call the game.
Not any longer. I gave up that whistle here a while back. Have you ever refereed in any basketball?
I've tried to avoid it like the plague. I don't want to get out there in front of everyone on a basketball. It's hard enough doing. I do some football every now and then, but
that's right.
And that you can think about it a little bit. It's not so bang bang, and if someone gets mad at you, they're a little further away than the people in these stands are. So.
Everybody right on top of you?
Yeah. Well, because even if you get that call right, it's like one side's not going to like it. you know.
I really enjoyed the officiating when I got to do it.
Boyson
but I am happy that Sides does it now. So.
Me too. They're kind of hard up to find officials in all sports out here in high school. So it's nice to see the young guns like Riley Sides.
As well as maintain a consistent, high level of customer service. Their rural location gives them access to a workforce with a very strong work ethic and a true understanding of what the word quality means. Supporting today's broadcast is New Age Industrial.
Lowry puts that one up. Caden Lowry did, and a follow there by Hendrickson.
Good strong follow there by Hendrickson.
So with 3:15 to go here in the fourth quarter, Boyson
Rose was wide open. Thought he was going to fire away.
Has got the ball here at the top of the key. As Boyson now Rose will fire that ball, and it'll be long. Northern Valley's got that rebound, crossed over by Cox. Now get it to Lowry on the side. Caden, his pass is stolen, but now gets it back. The possession for Northern Valley.
Yeah, tough break for Rose there. Good hustle by him, but couldn't save it to his team.
Boyson and Rose are living in those passing lanes right now. Just haven't been able. They've been about just a tiny step slow. Otherwise, they've got layups all in front of them.
Tenth of a second too late, or else, yeah, they have some good points in transition right now.
Caden Lowry into the corner. He's got to go all the way back up high to Cox, who's got Black on the wing now, but his pass is going to go over the top of everybody, and Lowry will track it down, but it's a over and back violation, the Cougars to get it. So I'll give it to you, man, now that you
I've ran out of time.
You've ran out of time here, and you at home, if you're a Northern Valley fan, in all likelihood,
answered it.
You're in the stands, but if you're a Cougar and/or an Indian fan, you really don't care. Is this offensive rebound by Hernandez is no good? The answer is Mr. Caden Kinnerconnect, the all-time leading rusher for Northern Valley.
I was thinking further back than that. He didn't start all 4 years.
I thought he started about halfway through his freshman year.
Yeah, he did start a couple games. That was because I was a senior when he was a.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's the all-time deep three by Hernandez will be no good. Rubb gets another rebound. He's got at least 10 rebounds here tonight. He's going to be ink another double-double here in the junior varsity of action, as a double dribble will be called on Hendrickson.
No, I think he only started like one game his freshman year, which means he did a lot in 3 years.
He did a lot
so it's even
in
more
3
impressive.
years. Line change here by the Cougars.
With a minute 44 left.
Gatzmeyer Silva. 5 is McAtee.
Number 13, Jesus Quezada.
Quezada with a jump shot is just
And
long.
also Jesus Duran out there.
That's the 5 for the Cougars at the moment. They get the ball inside to Kyle at the top of the post, and now it's going to be held for a jump ball. Northern Valley gets it back. They'll play it in underneath. Over 4,000 yards, by the way.
That's a lot. That's a lot of bootlegs.
That's a lot of called bootlegs by Coach Fessenden, right?
That's right.
Bootlegs and options is about the only way you get there if you're a quarterback at Northern Valley. Maybe some QB traps along the way. Not only is he the career leading rusher, but he's also
The single
single-season leading rusher as well.
That makes sense. Like I said, he had to put up a lot of yards in 3 years. So, did he have 2,000? Like
He didn't get to
2,000 in 1 year?
2,000. No, I
Just
think his
1,500.
highest was about 17 or 1,800. I got those stats somewhere at home. It's where I actually got to start my broadcasting career. I did one game with Mr. Marvin Matchett in a playoff where Hanston came up here and beat Northern Valley and ended Caden Kinnerkinick's career. And I got to looking at the stats, and I could not believe what I was seeing.
Caden's a gamer, man. You know, he always had that calm, cool, and collected, but, you know, he was out there. He was just ready to scrap all the time. So I'm not surprised by it now that you said it, I guess, but no, I wouldn't have guessed it.
11.9 to go. Northern Valley gets it inside to Gabe Rudd.
No call there.
He got a big swallow whistle from sides as he heard me. Silva with the rebound. Now kick out. We'll have one shot here by Durant before the buzzer goes off, and that's going to be the end of the game. 62-36. The boys from Northern Valley continue their prowess in the JV season. I think one more game for their JV season will go against Golden Plains here on Friday night. If you want to come out and see that one, we'll start it here with the girls action at 4 o'clock.